What's up, guys? Josh from JTM Racing. So today's going to be pretty exciting. So right now, chilling in the garage, probably going to just do a couple little more things in here, but we're waiting for Will. Willie should be here, I don't know, hopefully around noon, but we're going to be doing an intake on the Camaro. So I kind of went off course of what I said I was going to do. I said no matter what, I was going to go name brand with everything. I did get this intake off eBay. Now, eBay is not a brand. I'll say that over and over. People can talk all their smack that they want to. eBay is not a brand. eBay is a website that sells all kinds of brands, knockoff brands, name brand stuff from China, stuff from Japan, stuff from everywhere you could think of. So I did pay, I think, $79.99, 80 bucks for this intake. Really liked it because it had like a red texture resistant or heat resistant paint on it, and there's good qualities about it. It looks pretty legit, looks pretty sturdy, but we're gonna show you real quick. So here's the box right here. I know this is a little far back, but I'll kind of come up to the camera, show what we got here. So first off, we got your intake tube. Now, packaging, great packaging. You had bubble wrap, you have cardboard in there, stuff's legit. But that's the tube right there. So here's where your little mass airflow sensor is going to go. You got your PCV hose, this little plastic piece in here. I believe this is what's going to go into your air filter casing that helps keep the heat out of it. But textured, heat resistant paint supposedly, or heat resistant powder coating. Actually, it's not paint, it's a powder coat. You can actually tell. So I like the quality of it. I think it looks pretty legit. This is just the intake tube itself. Put that off to the side. Got the air filter here. This is the air filter. Came in its own little box. Now, it's a pretty big air filter actually. Looks pretty car specific. A little bit different style than I'm used to because you have this whole little plastic insert right here. You have your clamp all the way around this air filter. This goes in and that clamp tightens. But let's take the air filter out of the actual bag. Now I'll be honest, quality of the air filter, just like any other eBay air filter, to me, there's really not like a huge difference in air filters. I guess there is better quality, like K&N probably has some of the best. You have Engine, you have AEM, just all kinds of different brands, but an air filter is an air filter. Keep it clean, washable. You can oil this if you want. It's pretty much like a K&N air filter. It's like a knockoff, but quality, it's okay, but I'm happy with it, ain't complaining. So there's that. Put that to the side. This is rubber weather stripping it comes with. This is gonna go on the air box. So when the hood closes, it seals it. You don't got any heat come into that air box. So it comes with the big thing of it. You probably won't use this all. I believe you're probably gonna cut this because this is a pretty long damn piece. But quality, pretty good. I mean, it seems like anything else that would be name brand, so put that to the side. Now let's get in. I won't take these out of the bag, but got some hose clamps here. They have a style where it probably is like a, probably like a 9 or an 8 millimeter. No, it's probably like a 10 millimeter. I mean, pretty sure this kit is from China or something like that. I wouldn't be surprised. But the quality is legit. I love it. I really love that red tube. That's what I'm really excited for. I know my car is yellow, but the stripes I'm going with, you'll understand. And the car is not going to be gaudy, believe me. So you got a couple different little, like a couple little brackets and hardware in this bag. You got a couple like little hoses. This is probably for your PCV hose. Got like an insert. This is probably going from the tube to your air filter itself. I don't know where that actually goes. Maybe it goes around the 90. But you have a 90 here. This is the 90 that's going off of your throttle body. So if you look at my car, you have like your engine. Here's your throttle body directly in the front. It curves 90. Here's your tube. Here's your air filter over here. If that makes any sense. I don't know. But, so it comes with that. That stuff seems, you know, all right quality. Hopefully it all fits. Of course, I haven't checked. But, like the Durango, none of these rubber grommets fit. This is a different seller, though, so I'm just hoping everything works out as planned. If not, the old air box and everything goes in pretty easy. Now here's your shields. These are powder coated as well. You do have to build it, which is probably not going to be too hard. But this is all powder coated, black powder coated. You can tell just by the texture. So this is probably going to go, I'm thinking, it's hard to like tell where it's going to go just because, you know, the car, I think it's going to go something like this. So this corner goes over your wheel well probably. This is going to be breaking it up from your engine side to the air filter. And then your rubber grommet or your rubber weather stripping is going to go along the top of this. And maybe the bottom. I mean, I doubt the bottom. That would make no sense, but it might. So, but that's that. So what we'll do in this video is we'll do a before, which I'm going to do like a 0 to 60 in the car, and then we'll go to Mexico and do a nice like drive-by so you can hear what it sounds like on the outside, because I know there is going to be a big sound difference. Horse gain. People say, oh, you know, you can gain 10 to 15, 20 horse. It's probably going to be like 5 to 10 horse, honestly, maybe. Like, it really depends on what the weather's like. Is it nice outside? And not the coldest is always the best. It's always like that perfect mixture of the right temperature and moisture in the air that's going to give your car the most power. So your car pushes probably different power different days. Like, you're never always pushing that ultimate high goal of horsepower like you're wishing. Like when a car comes off from the factory line, like for instance the Camaro, 323 horse, right? That's probably on a day they dynoed it and they had perfect cooling with a fan, stuff like that. But who knows? If you dynoed it on another day when it was like hotter or colder, the horsepower rate might have been different. I mean, the engine itself, yeah, 323 horse, but I find it really hard to believe that it's that every single day. I mean, it might not be a huge difference, but there's probably a little bit of a difference. So, like I said, do a 0 to 60 in the car, see what it sounds like. It's pretty quiet. Do a nice little drive-by pass, and that'll be with its stock, and then we'll do the intake setup, and then we'll do the same thing. And then tonight, we're probably going to the pavilions. I don't know if it's going to be on this video, but we're going out to Scottsdale. I think me and my buddy Nick, he's going to take out his Corvette Z06, and we're just going to go mob. I'm not trying to run anyone or anything. I mean, if someone wants something, cool, but I ain't tripping. So, but we'll come back, all right, guys? So I'm just waiting for Willie. So while I was waiting for Willie, I built the heat shield, which was pretty easy. A couple washers, a couple nuts. They have Allen key bolts on the other side. That's what it came with. And then what was really cool is I thought this rubber grommet only went across the top, but I realized it's so long, it's meant to go around the whole thing. So that's pretty legit, because that means you're not going to get really any hot air in this box once it's in there. I did have to trim it a little bit. I followed it down so it's kind of like perfect. Came with this bracket, like I said. That's probably going right here and bolting to one of the factory bolts where the stock airbox goes, but I just wanted to show you that. Willie should be here really shortly. He's on the way, and then we'll do a couple stock runs with the Camaro. Yeah. All right, so we're gonna do a 0 to 60. Bring it to this light real quick. Hopefully we get a red. I don't know if we're gonna get a red, but we're gonna make sure we get a red, and we're gonna slow down here. There we go. Traction control off just so we see full performance wise what we're getting. Okay. Just a 0 to 60, nothing crazy. Watch this light take 5 minutes. We'll just be sitting here recording this all night. No, we got it right here. Alright, so that's a 0 to 60. We'll come back at another clip and we're going to be doing a flyby. Alright guys, so we're going to do a real quick video. It's going to be, you know, fast forward, so you'll see us doing everything, but it'll go quick. And that's what it looks like stock under the hood right there. Boom, your stock airbox. Pipe to the throttle body. Mass airflow. So we're gonna have to take this cover off, which it's not bolted down. All you do is take this cap off, and literally these little tabs and these rubber grommets, it pops out. So we're gonna get to that, and we're gonna start taking it apart and putting the aftermarket intake on. Alright guys, so this is probably, I don't know, the third startup. I'm going to be honest with you, like, we got the intake in, me and Willie took a test drive in it. Sounded great and everything, but it was idling a little weird. So we parked it, we went to go get some pizza from Little Caesars. Check engine light comes on. I'm like, what the fuck? Because no way I'm going to have a check engine light on a 2013 Camaro. So started doing a little bit of research, which we should have just knew this to begin with, but make sure if you have an intake off of eBay, some intakes have spacers, but this one has like a sleeve that goes in it, and it actually, I don't know, it makes the mass airflow not stick in as far, I guess, like where it's reading too much air. I don't even, what was it called, Willie?
It's called sleeve.
Yeah, but what was that other piece called on that other intake? It's called the deflector or adapter. So make sure you have that. Make sure you connect this and it's nice and snug and you don't bend any of the pins, and make sure this red little safety clips in, stuff like that. Make sure everything's tightened. The main thing you're going to want to do when you do an intake actually is disconnect your battery in your trunk, have it off for at least 30 minutes, do your intake. Once you get it all in, then hook your battery back up and start it, because it needs to reset and read. And ever since me and him disconnected the battery, reset it all, start it, it's idling good. It's not having like a semi misfire. It kind of was like running a little weird. Did sound good, but probably wasn't even getting as much power because it was probably running a little lean. So now we should have the right amount of power it's getting because the ECU is adjusting to the actual more, you know, more air coming in. But we're gonna do a test run. We'll have that on video, and stay tuned. Get in this?
Yeah. Cops all stopped, Phil. There ain't even no one there.
Alright, we're gonna go do a, maybe it's not gonna be a 0 to 60, but something like that. We're gonna do a pull on a Mexico City freeway. Freeway, highway, whatever you want to call it. This is actually the nice part of town in Mexico City right here. This is high end. Don't be showing any of them signs up there.
That's inevitable.
Mexico City has the 51 as well. Get on the freeway. Fuck out of the way! We got guns and shit! Move your busted ass Missed that.
Move your busted ass vehicle.
Coming back from this semi right here. Don't want no rock chips. Alright, we'll do a little drive-by when we get back.
That dirty ass cluster.
Yo, eBay intake upgrade, done, completed. Now, I'm gonna start talking smack because everybody's gonna be like, oh, that's an eBay intake. Well, eBay is not a brand. Like I said earlier in this video, eBay is a company that sells all kinds of different brands. So you can get name brand stuff, you can get knockoff stuff. And yeah, I would consider this a knockoff, but bolted up just perfect. Didn't have any problems or fitment issues with like couplings or, you know, the mass airflow sensor. Nothing like that was like really a fitment issue. So when you're always doing these intake swaps on these newer cars, you are going to want to disconnect the battery because the ECU needs to relearn itself as far as like fuel curves, running lean, running rich, and, you know, making sure it's running correctly. You will get a check engine light, most likely, if you don't. What else do you think there is, Willie? What else could they know when they're doing this swap, huh? Make sure your mass airflow is clean. Don't put the sensor in backwards, which would be upside down. The intake shouldn't allow that. It should only go in one way. Probably gained 10 to 15 horse. K&N's website says like 11.5 horse, so that put me right at like 345 horse. Obviously not to the wheels, that's just to the crank. So don't get that shit twisted, because everybody will be like, oh, 345 horse to the wheels. No, nah, it's probably like 280 to the wheels, or 285. 220, shit, yeah. That's what that Impala out there is to the crank, 220. So, but intake was a success. Great little swap, love it. Love the color red with that heat resistant coating, which is powder coated. And I think it was a good buy for 80 bucks, honestly. All your other little like name brand competitors, like K&N's gonna be like 320 bucks. You know, you have Spectre was 150, 150 bucks. This was $80.
That was all.
Probably works just as good. What did you say? That's all chrome? I don't want the chrome. Chrome is cheesy, guys, all right? Make your car look great. So, but done. If you have any questions, please leave comments. I don't know, yeah, like, subscribe to the channel. Will be more videos on a bunch more cars, because you guys know I have 6 of them. So there's a lot more coming. As far as future mods for the Camaro, we got Programmer, the 45th anniversary RS stripes I have for it. You have also an exhaust system I want to do to it, which is a full bore Jones, mufflers that are going on. I've heard a bunch of clips, and I've been really doing research because I don't want it to sound bad, because a lot of V6 Camaros sound like shit. So there's this exhaust that you kind of have to put together. It's like, it's all custom, it's not a kit. Kind of sound like a Formula 1 car to me. So I think that's kind of sick, mostly when you have the paddle shifters like I do. So, but yeah, please like, comment, subscribe, and got any questions, just let us know. And any collab videos down. More shit's gonna be happening in the garage, and we're gonna say peace.
Peace.
Later.